Hey, what is up, phone dogs? Beau HD here, and there's been a ton of new tech announced this week, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it for this weekly recap. First of all, the Nexus 9 was leaked with a fresh new picture thanks to uplinks on Twitter. The picture appears to show the upcoming Nexus 9 with the familiar Nexus branding on the back. There looks to be a camera sensor and flash in the upper left-hand corner, with an indent for the 3.5mm headphone jack. But what's interesting is that the Nexus 9 doesn't appear to be made entirely of metal like previously thought. Upleaks has reported that the back of the Nexus 9 will be made of a soft touch plastic coating similar to the Nexus 7 and its soft touch plastic back. Now, I was personally really looking forward to a metal Nexus 9, but this really isn't all bad news. If the back is made with a soft touch plastic coating, it means the price will be significantly lower, most likely around the $300 mark. If it were made of metal, I'm sure the price would be pushing $400 or more, but since that's not the case, or at least it doesn't appear to be, it'll most likely lower the price tag, so that's good news. And honestly, the soft touch plastic back coating on the Nexus 7 wasn't really all that bad at all, so I'm pretty optimistic that whether it's metal or not made of metal, the Nexus 9 will still be built well and will feel good in the hands. Now, the next bit of news comes from Motorola and the Verizon Droid Turbo. The Droid Turbo had a massive leak over this past week as many of its key features and specs were released. Some of the specs include a 21 megapixel camera, a 5.2-inch UHD display, a Snapdragon 805 quad-core processor with 3 GB of RAM, and wait for it, a massive 3,900 mAh battery. Now, while the Droid Turbo has yet to be officially released, the leaks look legit, and wow is all I can say. These are some top-notch specs. The only thing I'm really worried about here is the software, because Verizon sort of has a track record of screwing this up in this department. Whether it's installing a bunch of bloatware or not releasing a new software update on time, I'm just really hoping they do a good job with the Droid Turbo, because it might just make or break this device. But I'm sure we'll find out everything we need to know once it's expected to be released on October 30th. Now, HTC also was in the news this past week as they announced the HTC Desire Eye, the best phone for taking selfies. It features a 13 megapixel front-facing camera sensor with dual LED flash and 1080p video recording. It features the highest resolution front-facing camera sensor to date, and it will most likely be the most capable smartphone for taking selfies. But besides that, the phone as a whole doesn't really look all that bad, as it features a Snapdragon 801 chip and a 5.2-inch 1080p display. So if you like taking a lot of selfies, then this is hands down the phone for you. It's the phone you're going to want to get and take a look at. Now, if we move from HTC to Sony and the Xperia Z3 is making its way to the US, and they have finally announced the Xperia Z3 V, a phone designed specifically for Verizon. It's essentially like the standard Z3, except it has plastic sides instead of metal, a larger 3,200 mAh battery, and key wireless charging. I was kind of disappointed about the lack of metal, but if it has wireless charging and a larger battery, then by all means, I think this is a fair trade. And honestly, I'm just happy to see the Z3 available on a large US carrier, especially since it'll be here soon, on October 23rd, starting at $199 on a 2-year contract. So with that last one, those were some of the main announcements made this week in technology. Whether it's the Droid Turbo, the HTC Desire Eye, the Sony Xperia Z3, or the Nexus 9, let me know which device you are looking forward to by leaving me a comment down below. Personally, I'm pumped for the Nexus 9. I love me some Nexus devices, but also the Droid Turbo seems interesting as it just destroys competition with its crazy high specs. But anyway, guys, as always, I'm Beau HD from PhoneDog.com. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.